Hello, this is Sybil Harmony, and this is a political video. And I am here with Apollo, and he wants his ball. So we're going to talk about Kamala Harris, the Epstein cabal, and let me give him his ball. All right, welcome to my channel if you're new. And I'm going to be doing, we have this coming up, the 17th of February is a eclipse. And this is the time when we need to release our negative energy to move into the new energy. So please make sure you check out my Thursday video. It comes out in the afternoon sometime Thursday. If you're subscribed and you ring the bell, then you'll be notified when it comes out, because this is a time thing. We need to release on the 17th, right around that time, so that we can move into the new energies. So that's your spiritual healing video that I put those out every Thursday, and I'm going to be doing a traditional meditation and a chakra clearing meditation in the weeks to come. But the ones coming out this week, in the week of it's the 7th today, so Thursday is going to be let's see, the 14th is Saturday, so I think it's the 13th. No, it's the 12th. Yeah, the 12th of February. So make sure you watch that. And all right, so let me just get started here with political questions. Okay, so I wanted to, I respect what other psychics and people who work on lists of, there was this question I had a couple videos ago about what companies are supporting this Epstein cabal that's in the White House and what companies are not. And so there was a little bit of confusion around that. And I went over the lists, and I saw that somebody else made a list on her channel, and I think she did a good job. But when I look, then I got a comment saying that Trader Joe's treats their employees terrible. They may support Democrats, they may donate to Democrats, but they may not be union. They don't treat their employees well, was one of what the comments said. I know that Whole Foods does not treat their employees well. They're with Amazon. And Jeff Bezos has $250 billion more money than, nobody should have that much money. That's disgusting. So I really don't like supporting him just because he donates to Democrats. Some people think it's okay. I buy from Amazon if it's because they deliver next day delivery, if it's like an emergency. Otherwise, I am purposely going to other smaller companies. I don't like supporting billionaires or people who they fired a bunch of employees. I mean, they're just, to me, not a good company to support. So we can speak really clearly. Let me just hold on here. Sorry, I had to let the dog out. Okay, so we can speak clearly with our pocketbook. We have power in protests. We have power with how we spend our money. I go to farmers markets, and there's Oliver's, which is a local owned or board of the employee owned grocery store chain around here. So that's where I go. So just check out where you're going, be aware of how you're spending your money, because we can affect our world, our politics, by how we spend money. I do not go to Walgreens. I don't go to Target anymore. I don't go to Home Depot. I have Friedman's over here, which I've not heard anything bad about them. Friedman's now, I have Rex Hardware, but they're kind of like old school, like good old boys. But I could tell, and I talked to some of them, he's like a local small owned business here in my town. But when I talked to some of them right after Kankles got in, they were saying they were really unhappy and upset. Some of them were angry about what he was doing because he said he was going to fix prices on day one. Oh, with the tariffs. Yeah, they didn't like that. I'm like, well, yeah. So I kind of go to them because they are a local small business and they're not really liking Kankles anymore, even though I'm pretty sure they were because I'm a psychic, I can tell. So there was also, let's see, a, what do you call it? Blackout day and no buy anything day, which I didn't even know about. So in the comments, if you know about a no shopping day, please let me know so I could share it with people. I'm happy to share that on this channel. And yeah, so just be aware and conscious of how you're spending your money because it matters. And our pocketbooks speak very loudly. Maybe you are protesting, maybe you're not, but there are other ways that you can support democracy. So I want to bring awareness to that. And there's my phone ringing, sorry about that. And I also wanted to look at the amount of times that Kankles or the occupant in the White House or 45, whatever you want to call him, I call him the head of the Epstein cabal, the amount of times that he's mentioned in only half of the documents that have been released, the other half haven't even been released yet, is 38,000 times. That's more than anybody. Steve Bannon mentioned a bunch. I don't know what that means. I read this on my Facebook post of somebody who's, I guess, I haven't read I haven't looked at them. I don't want to look at that stuff. I don't even like reading on these guys because they're so dark and nasty. Elon Musk, 1,116 times. Larry Ellison, the guy who wants to buy CNN, 398 times. Wow. Peter Thiel, the person who backs the J.D. Vance, 398 times. No, Peter Thiel, 2,281 times. Ooh. So Bill Gates, I didn't get a number on him. Reid Hoffman. But yeah, so I want to talk about Clinton's testifying. Now, I said that I felt like Hillary Clinton, I was surprised to see something about her sexually. Like, who hasn't had a lot of people have had some, what do you call it, private affair or something that they wouldn't want people to know. And so I feel like when I looked at her, I saw something, but I don't really necessarily feel like Hillary Clinton was connected to Epstein. Like maybe after her husband cheated, maybe she felt like, well, I can do that too. Or there could have been something, but I don't feel like it's a crime what she did. These people who are involved in Kankles, these are, sorry to say this, for entertainment purposes, they're murderers. They're rapists. They torture people. There's really dark stuff that I'm not going to get into here, like bestiality and, and torture. And I mean, it's really deep and dark. I don't feel like Hillary Clinton was involved in that. I feel like she was, maybe there was a thing that happened, but I don't even know if it's connected to Epstein. Let's ask. The reason I want to ask is because my sense of this, I felt this all along, is that whatever the Republicans in Kankles are doing to cover this up is going to backfire on them. So they don't even know what they're doing. Comer is like, oh yeah, we're going to get the Clintons in here. We're going to get them. And as soon as they got them coming in, see what's going to happen is they're going to spill the beans. And Kankles doesn't want this coming out. He doesn't want the Clintons testifying, because that means he may have to testify because he's in there way more than them. And it just opens a can of worms, and they may tell what they know about him. So, and what they know about other people. It's like pulling the thread on a sweater that's unraveling. You're pulling the thread. So all of a sudden he's saying, well, I kind of like, Kankles is saying, I kind of like Bill Clinton, and that's too bad he has to testify. I'm like, oh my God, they're such a wreck. They can't even commit a crime. Well, they lie so much. It's hard. It's hard to keep up with it. And he can't. Kankles can't testify. He can't let all the information out because it would show that he's a murderer and a rapist. He can't show. I mean, do you really think that Epstein died by suicide? The coroner, the brother said no. I mean, come on. I mean, it's just like, and Ivana, 2 weeks before her non-disclosure agreement was ending, she was really good friends with Ghislaine Maxwell. She knew everything, went flying down the stairs and is buried in a golf course now. So you really think these are just all mysterious? Like, don't be so gullible, okay? And I feel like this is the American people waking up. I remember I went into a grocery store right after the election. It was in Whole Foods, because I occasionally go there if it's a last minute small purchase, but I do my bulk shopping at smaller places. But I did go in there, and there was this lady, this elderly lady. I'm elderly, but she was older than me. And she was saying, I can't believe I voted for him. He said prices would go down on day one, and it's been 2 weeks. The prices didn't, like, she actually thought that was going to happen. The prices were going to go down on day one. And she goes, but at least I didn't vote for that idiot woman. And I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, I was just like, okay, I can't even talk to this person. Imagine how she feels now after everything that's come out. And okay. So, okay. So back to the Clintons. I think that was Hillary Clinton, I'll use my pendulum here. Was Hillary Clinton involved in crimes with Epstein? There might be a little something. I feel like I don't know if it's really a crime. Huh. They're going to spill the beans. Okay. Was Bill Clinton involved with crimes with Epstein? Yes and no. I feel like he was blackmailed. Was Bill Clinton blackmailed by Epstein? Yeah. Yeah. Was Hillary Clinton blackmailed by Epstein? No. So, yeah, compared to what some of these other guys did, I feel like it's not, there's some embarrassing moments. I don't know what it is, but like at a party, maybe something happened, but I don't feel like I feel like Clinton, I feel like he knew more than he wanted to know, but I feel like he was blackmailed. Wow. And so that may come out, and that's why Kankles doesn't want them testifying. I mean, and then he's going to, like, why isn't he? They're mentioned way more than the Clintons. Let's throw some cards. Let me look at the testimony. So Hillary's going to go first. Unless they can't, are they going to cancel it? Are they going to cancel the live coverage testimony? Everybody's going to be watching. Are they going to cancel Hillary Clinton's live testimony? No, it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. Is she going to testify? Is she going to testify with Comer there? I think they've already set the date. Let's see, how's she going to do? How's she going to do? She always has this like, I mean, I feel like she'll handle herself very well. She's experienced. She's been through this grilling before. So let's look. How's she going to handle this? I'm going to do a full card spread on this. I see her sitting there. And somebody's saying to her, like, try to sweeten it up. And she's like, no, I'm not going to be nice. Huh. Okay. So she's going to have to stand up for herself. 7 of Wands, she's going to be fighting. And the King of Swords, the truth will come out. In the past, she was protected by money. This is a good thing. What's overseeing this is the Angel of Mercy. This is a good thing that this is coming out because the truth needs to come out. And Page of Wands, she's going to have her say. I don't feel like they're really going to find anything on her. They're just fishing around. Because whatever she did, I don't even know that there's any evidence. There's no evidence. Clinton was probably there on the island or at a party. And it's like you get him there. You offer him something in a vulnerable moment. And then you blackmail him. And then you've got him. You can get him to do whatever you want. Oh, this is not going to go well for her. Huh. She has to tell the truth. Yeah, this is not good. Wow. This is not going to look good. Okay, let's look at Bill Clinton's. Is he going to testify? Is Bill Clinton going to testify? That's the pendulum. Will Bill Clinton testify in front of Congress about, yeah. Will it be in this Republican? That's not really, it might be later on. This stuff is going to come out. Everything that ever happened in other countries and some of the darkest secrets may not come out, but a lot of this stuff is coming out, okay? So, is Clinton going to testify? Bill Clinton going to testify? I see him testifying. He's going to talk. He's going to bring some evidence. He may, at some point, do an immunity deal, like if he gives up information and tells, like, he was blackmailed. He was blackmailed. Okay, so in some ways, this is good because the truth is coming out. This is hope for the survivors. Or leaving the survivors out. That's what needs to be the focus of what we're doing here, not who we're protecting. So in the past, there was some protection by Democrats. This is a betrayal. He may get an offer to tell some things, to come forward with the truth. I wonder if he knows stuff. I think he knows stuff about Oh, this is going to open a can of worms. This is not going to be good for the Clintons, but the truth needs to come out. And this is going to, oh, this is a big fight. Because now, like, let me ask, does he know information on cankles? I just heard him say, I do. He does. Is he going to give it up? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I told ya. I told ya. Here's the fight. Remember, we saw the fight, 5 of Wands, about the person in the White House, the people, Larry. You know, the one I didn't talk about in here was that Larry, I think is what, not the guy who's head of, he's in there, who used to be Epstein's neighbor. You guys know in the comments. When I'm channeling, names don't come to me because I'm looking at energy. So the names, I can see his face. Not Larry Kudlow. Could be that. He's mentioned. Okay, but so the people in the White House, the backers, Peter Thiel, Steve Bannon, these people, he's going to tell on all of them. Oh my God. And here comes the tower. Yeah, he's going to spill the beans. They don't want him. Kakel said, pretend he wants him testifying, but he doesn't really. Oh my God. Stay tuned. Oh my God. I told you this stuff was coming out. I told you, a lot of readers have read on this that, yeah, it's, yeah. Okay, so, wow. All right. Now, I want to say something about that racist post, and I just don't even know what to say. Oh, here's what I have to say. It was horrible. I'm so sorry. It's embarrassing that the president of the United States posted another previous president and his wife looking like monkeys. So this is an old racist thing that, you know, depicting African Americans or other races as animals. So this was horrible. And here's what I have to say about that. There are people in the cabinet that are turning against him or that want out, but there's also other people like beneath them, other people that know things about what they're doing, and they are sabotaging them from inside. Okay? They may be an assistant to somebody or working in some government, and they may be pretending or acting like they're for him, but they're really not. There's a lot of people working on the inside that we don't know about. They're seeing what they're doing, and they're not going to get away with it. They're not going to get away with it. They're not going to steal the election. I kept saying right before January 6th in 2020, I was Facebooking Nancy Pelosi. They're gonna try to steal it. No, who's gonna listen to me? But now everybody knows. Finally, you know, we're waking up. Yeah, he's gonna try to steal it again. He already did that at January 6th. Tried to do fake electors and calling people and threatening them and riot at the Capitol. I mean, the whole thing. Yeah, that's what he does. So, yes, of course he's going to try to steal it, but he's not going to be able to. Okay. And then I wanted to look at Kamala Harris because I feel like she didn't even contest the election. A lot of people feel like they would have found something and there were some court cases, and I'm not up on that. I probably need to research that so I can do a better reading, because I look at the facts and then I look at the energy, and that's how I work. So I need to have something that helps me gauge where I'm looking at the energy. But as far as Kamala, I was a little disappointed, and people kept saying she's coming back. I'm like, I don't see it. Well, I could be wrong, because I feel like she was, when I looked at her, I feel like she is grist for the mill. Like I see her with wheat and she's putting it in, and I heard grist for the mill, like she was processing what already happened. And she said that she felt in an interview, I think with Rachel Maddow, that corporations didn't really, she's disappointed they didn't stand up to this Epstein cabal in the White House. She didn't stand up, they didn't stand up for democracy. And she's right about that. But she's also seeing now that the people are standing up. Some courts and some judges are standing up. Democrat politicians are standing up. Even Republicans are turning against, you saw with this racist post that came out, and Marjorie Taylor Greene leaving and other people quitting. And so I feel like she then picked up a pitchfork, like she's going to do the hay, and then she threw that down, and she picked up a shovel, and she threw that down, and then she got an axe, a pickaxe, and there was this big, huge, dark thing, and she starts hitting away. You know, this is symbolically what I'm looking at her, hitting some with this big black thing with an axe. The big black thing is the corporations and the billionaires. And the reason that part of the reason she lost, and even I heard on Katie Turd's show, Katie Turd, sorry, on MS Now, was kind of like, they don't really say something bad about her, but they just kind of, well, dismiss her and kind of like, well, you know, she, you know, say, they like put little pin pricks, little, you know, death by 1,000 cuts. They did that to Bernie Sanders. And they did that, some did that to Zoran Mondami. So anybody who's really for the people, corporate legacy media starts to, well, they don't really come out. They make it seem like, oh, well, here she is. And we're just being neutral and reporting the news. But then they go, yeah, but she doesn't really, you know how to do stuff. So, or something like that. You know, they'll make it like, wah, wah. And I'm just like, I turned that show off. I'm like, I don't really usually watch Katie Turt. I watch Lawrence O'Donnell and Rachel Maddow on Monday, but that's about it on that channel. I'm just, Ali Belshi, he's good. He's good on Saturday mornings. I watch him. But anybody, I mean, usually anybody who has a channel that's for democracy, I'm like, subscribe. That's you supporting democracy. You're helping them. Subscribe to me. Push the like button, please, and hype my video. Really helps me out. Okay, so yeah, so I want to look at Kamala. Let's look at her future, because when I look at her, I see a possibility of Secretary of State for her or Supreme Court. I don't really see her as running for president again, and I know that's disappointing. And let's ask, will she run for governor of California? She's back in the fight because she sees, like, just pulling back, and you have to process things. Okay, that was a big loss for her, but then you have to get back in when you're ready. Governor of California. I feel like she's going to go something bigger. There might be a plan. She doesn't really have any financial backers. Maybe a little bit here and there, but she's mostly backed by the people. That's a good candidate. Is she going to run for president again? Is she going to run for president in 2028? I feel like there's a job. I feel like I see her in the Supreme Court. Is she going to run for president? I'm thinking not. It's a hard push. No. I'm going to look. It's a hard push. 10 of Wands. Leaving. She's going to charge forward, but this is, we'll see. I feel like she doesn't really know, but she's back in the fight. Okay, I see her as a Supreme Court justice. Okay, all right. Thanks again for tuning in, and we will be back on Monday. And post your questions on the community page, and I read all the comments, and I try to answer all the questions that you post there. Okay? Thanks again. Sending you so much love. Take care.